pups. Hi, pups. Welcome to my home.
How are you today? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty great.
What are you doing right now? What are you cooking?
Right now I am making a granola, and it's got a bunch of berries and bananas and almond butter in there.
Okay, is that your like go-to breakfast?
I usually skip breakfast because I intermittent fast, so like 2 p.m.
What is your diet like?
My diet is a vegan diet, so I eat vegetables, a lot of vegetables.
Okay, how long have you been vegan?
Since January 2020.
Tough transition? Was it easy?
I transitioned from an omnivore diet to a vegan diet within about a year.
Are you a chef? Do you consider yourself a chef? Do you like to cook?
Not a chef, not at all. I feel like I'm a terrible cook.
Okay, what's your favorite meal to cook?
Something easy, like a vegetable stir fry with rice.
If you had to only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Almond butter.
Okay, if you could give up one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Pickles.
Pickles.
Something
Okay.
terrible like that.
So what do you like to pair with your granola bar as far as beverage?
I usually pair oat milk with I put oat milk in my granola, and then I usually drink it with water and cold brew.
Is cold brew your go-to coffee?
It is, yeah. I feel like my coffee order is pretty much cold brew every single day. Should we sit down to eat?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Your table is set beautifully. It's perfect. Do you normally dress your table like this? Is this an everyday thing for you?
Oh God, no. I recently been working with West Elm, and they came over and helped me, gave me a lesson on how to decorate my table.
What does your table usually look like?
Well, not like this. It usually looks very plain, but I thought for the video I would try to, make it look nice.
Do you usually go for sweet or savory?
I think sweet.
What's your favorite time of the year?
My favorite time of the year is fall. I like hoodies.
What is one song you could listen to on repeat?
Cosmic Love by Florence and the Machine.
Okay, top 3 favorite musicians.
Sia, Gaga, Florence and the Machine.
Okay. What makes you smile the most?
Gus, my pup.
What's one thing that most people don't know about you?
That I identify as an introvert.
You're sober. How long have you been sober?
I have been sober, I guess this past May was 13 years.
Okay, and how has sobriety changed your life?
Well, it really gave me a second lease on life, and I feel like if I wasn't sober, then I would probably be dead.
Okay, what is one thing you tell people whenever they ask you about starting sobriety?
Stick with it, because it's extremely challenging at the beginning, but it does get better and get easier.
What's one vice that you're committed to giving up?
Comparing and despairing my body and my life to other people. So, can I finish my breakfast before we move on?
Yep.
Okay. Can I bring you some coffee?
That'd be nice.
We can move on to the office.
Okay, great.
This is my office where I work. When I designed my apartment with West Elm, I wanted to make sure, because I live in a loft, that I have just multi-purpose pieces. And so my dining table and my office and this bench that I have here also doubles as my kitchen area.
What do you normally work on in your office? What do you normally do?
Or I make photos and videos for a living. So I also am a film student full-time. So I do a lot of my film editing, video editing, photo editing, all right here at my desk.
Do you have one project that you're most proud of?
I think my first short film I ever made is probably the one I love the most. It's called Boyfriend.
What is your go-to camera and lens combo?
Well, currently I'm using a Canon 5D Mark IV with a lens that's 24-70, which I love that combo for photo and for video. But I have been thinking about recently switching to the Sony AS3.
How long have you been doing photography?
I picked up a camera maybe when I was 25, and now I'm 37, so a while now. It feels like I'm getting old.
Put out a lot of LGBT content. Aside from that, what is one cause that is really important to you?
I think it's really important that everybody is donating and putting their eyes to Black Lives Matter. This year it's been a big focus of mine to donate and to amplify those voices, because I think they are in desperate need of attention.
What are you currently reading?
Oh God, I started reading this book called Nomad, and it is talking about taking your life and just putting it on the road and living on the road and the types of people that live on the road, and I find it fascinating.
Are you excited to potentially live on the road?
Yes, I'm so excited. I just recently bought an Airstream.
Favorite podcast? Are you currently listening to any podcasts?
I listen to The Daily, the New York Times The Daily, every day.
I love your office.
Thank you. Should we leave the office area and go to the living room?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so this is my living room. This is where I spend the least amount of time.
So living in this studio style setup, how do you separate your workspace from your home space? What were some of the conversations you had to make sure that happened?
So West Elm offers this free service where they hook you up with a design professional who comes in and helps you organize your space, pick out pieces for your space. And I honestly was so grateful for that because I wouldn't necessarily know how to do that on my own. So I worked with a guy named Angel, who was a few blocks from my house. I walked 3 blocks down to West Elm, and he came back with me and we really laid out the space.
So my name is Angel. I work for West Elm in downtown LA. I started designing originally just by putting things together when I was a kid. I always had kind of an eye for it, and then over time I just kind of like developed it and made it just a little more unique and a little more specified. I like to create like spaces and like moments within my space, if that makes any sense. I like mixing all kinds of texture, whether it's brass, silver, woods. I like to mix everything. So whenever I design a space for anyone, I always look up funny things. I look at either their shoes, their bag, their watch, little accents that I know that makes actually the person. And then I think our initial, like when we first came here, there was a few pieces that I liked from the beginning. Like that head right there from day one, I was like, I could use that for something.
So is there anything you did in particular to sort of make the room feel separate? Like there is actually rooms in the house or in the apartment?
So anytime you do lofts, it's just an open square. So you have to create spaces within the space. I usually do it with rugs. So just even using rugs to separate just complete areas. Like this whole area here, we use literally the corner of the couch to create a whole space, like living space. We use the end of the couch to create another space. So I did it a lot with the rugs and the different sizes and dimensions of the furniture to create separates within the same square.
What I like about it is that I sort of created this living space with this sectional, and kind of have this coffee table here that doubles as a kitchen table when I want to eat and watch TV, which is great. And I have a storage unit here, which is a media console, but I use it as storage for little things. So yeah, it was nice to be able to use multi-purpose things in this space to kind of create a living space that also allowed me to do other things.
What's your favorite seat in the house?
My favorite seat? I would say probably right here. I feel like I always lay right here. It's like my little area, which I really love too. And these pillows have been so soft, or I've been recently watching the OA, so they've been really soft and nice to just kind of lay back on.
What's your favorite accent piece?
My favorite accent piece is this, my dino right here.
That's nice. How would you describe your space to somebody who hasn't been in it?
I want to say that it's industrial, light, airy, like a sanctuary. An industrial sanctuary.
You mentioned that you were currently watching the OA. Are you more of a movie person or TV shows when you're sitting at home?
That's a good question, because I normally want to say, when we're not dealing with the coronavirus, that I'm a movie theater person. I love going to the movies. I am a film student, so I guess that's good. However, when I'm at home, I've been really into watching like series, like 6-part series, like Chernobyl or the OA as like a seasonal thing. I just finished The Leftovers.
If you were not currently here, locked down into your couch, where would you rather be?
In a very wooded, secluded mountain place. Colder.
What is one thing that you really enjoyed about working with West Elm?
How easy it was, how they helped me complete tasks that I felt very underinformed. They kind of filled in all the gaps and made me feel really comfortable about building a space.
What's the last movie to make you cry?
Oh God. Remember Having Emotions? Welcome to Chechnya, which is a documentary you can find on HBO. And I find it truly maddening, devastating, that there's people that are LGBTQ in the world that are being hunted for being gay and punished by death, kicked out of their families. And that documentary really highlights what the queer people in Chechnya are going through.
What does your 5-year plan look like?
Oh God. It could go 2 different ways. I could be completely living off the grid in my Airstream in the middle of nowhere and just happy, or I could be living outside or in Los Angeles and working on films and making TV and movies, maybe like small indie films that I wrote. Currently I'm writing one in school right now, so I would love to make it.
I see these like gymnastic rings hanging behind you.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little about this home gym? Should we go over and check it out?
Yeah, we can.
Where did you get your equipment? Because it was so hard finding workout equipment during the pandemic.
I waited for weeks even to get this equipment. I went online and I got it from Rogue because they have really good CrossFit equipment.
How many times have you actually used your home gym since you installed it?
Well, this is a very rude question. 3 times. Honestly, I find it so gruesome and horrible to have to work out in your apartment, and I am excited and hopeful that eventually the coronavirus pandemic will come to an end and we can go back to gyms. Every now and then I do a pull-up.
Can you tell us about who's making a cameo in this right now?
This is Gus. Angus is my 3 to 5 year old pup, and you guys probably know him already, but if you don't, I rescued him a year ago and he is very wonderful.
What motivates you?
A group of friends that hire my frequency, that expect a lot of me, that push me and inspire me to do better.
What does the Kyle Krieger workout playlist sound like?
Well, basically my playlist sounds exactly like, or just play Tyler Oakley's Jams playlist on Spotify. If I wanted to like switch it up, it's basically any dance hit with like a female vocal.
Okay, group fitness whenever we are able to, or solo?
100% I love group fitness the most. CrossFit, Barry's Boot Camp, group running, bicycling, cycling.
What is your most bizarre talent?
That I can pretty much fart all the time.
Here, what do you consider your biggest flaw?
Oh God, I'm most insecure about, I judge myself most on my impact on what I'm leaving the world with. And I want to make sure that I do some good.
Do you do yoga? Would you consider yourself a yogi?
I would not consider myself a yogi. However, I did have an Ashtanga practice for maybe a couple years when I lived in New York, and I am desperately trying to get back into it. It's just a matter of getting motivated to do it. I feel like doing yoga at home, doing any workout at home is pretty gruesome.
Would you consider yourself a flexible person?
It depends. What position? Should we move on to the rest of the house?
Yes.
Okay. This is the jungle. So now we are in my bathroom area. Hit me.
Shower or bath?
Shower.
How long are your showers?
Pretty quick. Once I get all the goods washed, then I'm out of there.
Do you like to shave in the shower, or do you shave over the sinker?
I put a mirror in the shower so I could shave in the shower.
Do you have a set solid skin regimen?
Yeah, I do like a certain routine every night. And sometimes I get lazy though, and I forget to and I don't wash my face. And I use like a wipe instead.
Okay, what's your favorite product for hair and skin?
Ooh, let's see. Right now, what am I using? Oh, I just recently bought this BHA liquid. It's an exfoliant. It's called Paula's Choice, which is really great. Let's see, what else have I been using a lot? Oh yeah, and one of my favorite things to put in my hair is Living Proof Amped. It adds volume and texture to my hair to kind of get it to stand up a little bit the longer it gets.
Do you like surprises?
Yes, I guess. It depends. Do you know what it is about surprises? I feel like I'm scared that my reaction is not going to be what the person surprising me expects. So that's what I'm like thinking about the most.
What is something that you're tired of?
Kids.
What is your favorite candle scent?
Oh my God, recently I have been loving this. Oh, it's out there. It's a West Elm candle. That was so good. Oh, but there's one in here too I love. My friend, Raph, he has a line called Arts Waiter, and this candle is so good.
What did you want to be when you were growing up?
A marine biologist. We've only explored 5% of the ocean, and that there's just so much mystery. I find it to be so beautiful. I love the marine mammals there. I wanted to save the whales. I was obsessed with killer whales, sharks. Yeah, I just thought it was my most favorite thing.
What's your go-to fast food order?
Oh God, a veggie burger, I guess? I haven't had fast food in a while. I'm not really like big on fast food. Should we go to the bedroom?
Yep.
How you doing? Okay. Okay, my bedroom is down here.
So we're in your bedroom.
This is it. This is where the magic doesn't happen.
That's great. Do you sleep in, or are you an early riser?
It depends. If my blinds are down, I can sleep until 9. If my blinds are up, I'm usually up at like 7, which is ideal.
Do you use one pillow or multiple whenever you sleep?
I like to have two. I like to have two pillows, and then the other two I don't really touch. I usually sleep on this side of the bed, and I don't really move, and Gus sleeps on the other side.
Do you sleep naked?
No, I usually sleep with underwear on. I don't really like to sleep naked. I don't know why.
Boxers or briefs?
Boxer briefs.
Biggest turn on in the bedroom?
Someone who takes initiative.
Okay, what's your biggest turn off in the bedroom?
Really rough feet or long toenails that scratch you. I call those talons. Gus has talons.
Okay, I see two small plants behind you, and there's been several plants throughout your apartment. What is your favorite plant that you have in here?
So in my bedroom, the fig tree here is my favorite because it's been with me the longest.
Do you like things that are more vintage or new?
I'm not really into vintage things. However, I'm trying to slow down my purchasing. So I would like new things. However, I'm not trying to buy as much.
Okay.
I'm trying to get rid of things.
What is your favorite piece of art that you own?
Actually, it's probably this picture back here, shot by my friend Ryan Pfluger. It's of my dog Luna, and he shot that for her maybe a year before she died. Also, I love these dinosaur prints back here. So between Luna and that photo, and then my dinosaur prints, I love those too.
Okay, what is something that inspires you? Where do you get your just daily inspiration from?
My sister is been like one of my closest allies, friends, partners for life, best friends. She inspires me all the time, every day. And we talk pretty much every day, and it really keeps me going and wanting to do better and be better.
What's your favorite color?
Like a dark cerulean,
Okay.
or like a darker green or cerulean.
Okay, this is the last question we have.
Oh, okay.
How would your friends describe you to somebody who doesn't know you, doesn't know anything about you?
Straightforward, honest, I think. Introverted, yet can be charismatic and outgoing at times. A dog lover, loyal. Yeah,
I lied. This is actually the last question.
Oh, okay, one more.
What is one thing that you think that you could work on about yourself and that you want to work on in the future?
So many things. To stop procrastinating, to not letting my procrastinations actually get in the way of me accomplishing things that I want to accomplish. Because I feel like procrastinating is also me just being comfortable and me being scared of the unknown and what's next. So I will procrastinate not to do it rather than just take action, take the next right step and complete those tasks.
Well, that's it. How do you feel?
That's it.
Do you feel exposed, invaded?
I feel so good. Thank you guys so much for coming to my house. Thank you, West Elm, for helping me design my house. You guys can also have the same experience that I had. It's not because I have a YouTube channel or anything. West Elm offers design services for free. They also have installation services for anything you buy. It starts at $129, I think, $129. So you can get all of this stuff too. And I definitely recommend you check out West Elm because they really help me so much. And my furniture is beautiful. I love it so much. So thank you, West Elm, for helping me. And yeah, thank you guys for coming to my apartment.
Where can we find you?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram. Last question. You can find me on Instagram at Kyle Krieger.
That's great.
Bye, guys. Thank you. See you next week.